Hi, welcome to Light of the Lantern Tarot. Today I'd like to do a pick-a-card reading on encouragement and guidance from your guardian angels in your current situation. I have here 3 different choices from the Angelic Lightwork Oracle. The first card is the Pattern Breaker card. You don't need to pay too much attention to what is written on the card yet. Really just choose according to which card is calling you. I've paired this with the pink whale tail fin. The second card is Unique Well-Being. And I've paired it with the Black Swan. And the last card is Healing Through Challenge. And I've paired it with the Blue Star. So just make a choice, whichever pile is calling you the most, regardless of the message written at the bottom. And if you'd like another way to choose, I'll also draw 4 zodiac signs for each card randomly, just in case this will help you make a choice about which card to decide upon. So the first pile will be Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra. The second card is Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Cancer. And the last card has Leo, Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius. Don't worry if your zodiac sign doesn't match the card you've chosen, if you've already chosen. Just go with your intuition. And I will see you in the reading. Hi, card choice number 1. We have the Pattern Breaker card here. And I thought I would read quickly from the book. This is from Angelic Lightwork, the Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Patterns in thought and behavior can be comforting and even support manifestation and success. However, even patterns that were once helpful can become sabotaging. We may need to outgrow them so we can step forward on our path. If we want to change a pattern but have been unable to do so, it can take on an addictive quality. Beneath any addiction is a helpful message that is yet to be fully received. This oracle brings the comfort of Archangel Michael, and he can support you in resolving unhelpful patterns. You are going to access an important message from your inner wisdom, which will help you move forward with clarity and confidence. So this is a very hopeful card. It is helpful for us to look at our situations in life and try and understand whether or not we are, in fact, engaging in patterns that might be detrimental to our growth, or possibly just carrying a pattern on from the ancestral lineage that we come from, our family, our biological family, and just be aware of them. These often, like it was said before, often can really hinder our growth. And it's not that we're doing something bad, absolutely. It's that often we get stuck in a loop of behaving in a certain way until one day we're able to actually see the issue at hand and try and change it. Anyway, I thought I would get let's see, I have 5 decks of oracle cards, some other cards here. So right now I'll move this over. So let me just shuffle here and get a first card. Okay, I see this one. This one came out already right side up. This just jumped right out. Then I'll get from the, which deck is this? From the Ask Your Guides deck, I took out the cards that had to do with the guardian angel, and so I'll get one of those. This one. Okay. And last one here. This one. Okay. Let's have a look at what we got here. The first card is from the Divine Feathers Oracle. You got Owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. The bird realm is often connected to the angelic realm in the sense that angels often speak to us through signs, and one of the most popular ways is for our angels to put feathers in our path. You can, if you see a bird fly down in your path or something's very obvious to you, you could even look it up online. If you know what kind of bird it is, you can look it up and see what the spirit message is. Or if you find a feather in a random place, your guides could be trying to tell you, we're here supporting you, you're not alone. So that's really beautiful. Then we got, for the Moonology deck, we got Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. Then we got, from the Angel Guides Oracle by Kyle Gray, we got Opportunity and Change. From this Ask Your Guides Oracle, we got Leap of Faith. Let's move these up a tiny bit. And we got Ask Your Spirit Guide. Okay, well, let's get some tarot cards out so we can understand your specific situation a little bit better. Be too careful. Spirit, I'd like to have 4 cards, please, to help us discern what the specific situation is. And the guidance and encouragement that the angels would like to offer, pile 1. Okay. We have Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Two of Swords. Well, the cards are telling us that your current situation has a lot to do with your mind, because the sword suit is the suit of air. So we're talking about a mental situation. So any limitation that we are currently facing probably has a lot to do with our own thought processes. And in fact, if we go back to Pattern Breaker, these patterns here are probably our mental patterns, not so much our physical patterns, but more our mental patterns. Looking at our cards, we see the first thing I'm drawn to is the Two of Swords, which usually indicates that you have at least 2 choices and you're feeling unable to make a decision and to move forward in one direction. It often speaks of confusion or feeling like you're in a fog, not seeing clear signs. I was drawn back to the Ask Your Spirit Guide, often going within at this point and trying to calm your mind, stay peaceful, center yourself in your heart, and ask for help, ask for some sort of sign. Just see what comes to mind. It could be your guides, it could be your higher self. You could just get a fleeting thought and that might help you to see a way. And so that it's really, really important to trust your intuition in making a decision. Once you make a decision, the Knight of Swords is an extremely ambitious and direct character. It could be an aspect of yourself, or it could be another person coming in who has an idea, sees something clearly, and wants to move in that direction. Usually they go quite quickly. and decisively. And it could be that once you have received a sign, you can move forward and you know exactly where to go. The Six of Swords would indicate leaving a situation and moving forward. These are all the sword suits, so this is all your mental energy. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger, being a page, and usually it's an opportunity or some sort of positive message, something that you can build on. Basically, this speaks to the opportunity and change card. You must be receiving some sort of offer coming up that will help you move on your way. And clearly all of this mental energy is going to help you be decisive and stubborn in a way to move forward with this new idea that could have been an opportunity that was handed to you or will be handed to you shortly. Let's get a couple more cards. Let's see if Spirit can help us with this. See this one and this one. Okay. We have the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. Okay, this is wonderful. The King of Wands is a leader. He's strong. The King energy is a culmination of the Court cards. So it's basically the strength to lead and be successful in life. And the Wands suit is the suit of inspiration and action, passion. So this is a very strong, passionate person. You see here he's tending a fire, and the fire has grown very large, and he has a look on his face that speaks to being extremely self-confident and calm as a result. The Four of Wands is the card of success and celebration. Sometimes it can indicate some sort of celebration like a wedding or a birthday, or just well-being, extreme well-being, getting to a point of feeling happy and celebratory. So this is encouraging because it indicates that after this moment of indecision and fogginess of mind, you will either be advised by somebody else, or you will find a message in your own intuition that will start to guide you, will give you a sense of, oh, this is the way. And at that point, you will move on. You'll move towards that new vision that you're holding. The Hold Your Vision card shows that it's really, really important to, once you make up your mind, to try and follow through and absolutely hold your vision, stay positive, take a leap of faith, and trust that the universe has your back and that you're going to be supported in your vision and, in this moving forward. Never forget to ask your spirit guides for help. You can do that through meditation or just being quiet with yourself, centering yourself in your heart, visualizing a light in your heart, concentrating on it and spreading it through your body just to calm yourself down, taking some deep breaths, inhaling in peace and light, and exhaling unrest, stress, things that you want to release, and being able to hear that message. The Pattern Breaker card, I would say that considering you have a lot of swords energy here, a lot of mental energy here, it could be that you're questioning yourself right now. It could be that that you have all your life essentially been really hard on yourself, been judging yourself, and that now would really be a time, and I'm seeing hearts here, now would really be a time to concentrate on your heart and on love, self-love, and just positive vibes, and go easy on yourself, because it's not easy to break habits. I mean, I know that as well. My sun sign is an air sign, and you get stuck in your ways because those are the ways that you've been using all your life, and they may have actually taken root even back in childhood or after some sort of traumatic event, as a way for you to feel in control, but of your surroundings and of what was happening around you. It's just so important to be able to step back and see that. Now, wait a minute, maybe I'm a little bit too self-judging. Maybe I judge others too much, or maybe I'm always looking at the problems and I'm thinking them over and over and over. I'm ruminating in my head about all my issues instead of just relaxing, having some faith, turning into my heart, turning into love energy, and just relaxing and going with the flow. Also, because until you do that, you're not going to be able to necessarily see your opportunity that might come to help you move in your direction. So yeah, you really need to be centered in your heart. But the good news is, clearly the cards are saying that it's really going to work out. There's success on the horizon. You can't get more successful, more self-confident, more radiant than the King of Wands. And a celebration is going to happen. So hold your vision and know that it's all going to work out. Let's see if we have one more message from the tarot just before we sign off. The owl is reminding you that your intuition is correct, following your inner wisdom without fail. The last card is the World. Wow, amazing. So you will absolutely reach a point of peace, of understanding, of completion, of success. And the World is really the end of the Fool's journey. The Fool's journey being the journey of the archetypes of the major arcana. The Fool is the first card, and the Fool needs to take a leap of faith. The Fool needs to jump off the cliff, basically, into the unknown in order to start exploring and experiencing life. And at the end, the World card shows there is so much experience that you've been through. There's so many moments that have built you and evolved you, and you have it all, basically. You will have it all. You will succeed. And I hope that this reading brought you some clarity from your angels. And remember to look for signs. Just try and be open to seeing things whenever you're out, whenever you're on your way to work. Maybe if you see a license plate in front of you with a lot of repeating numbers, you can look these numbers up online, typing in the number and saying angel message or spirit message, and it'll give you some guidance. If you see birds or feathers or anything else you decide upon, you can decide too. Today I want to see, in some shape or form, I want to see a whale. And please, angel guides, show me a whale today. I want to understand that you're with me, because they always are, but it's fun to receive signs sometimes. And you never know, just try and let it go at that point. You might be scrolling Instagram or something and you're going to see a whale. And then you just make sure that you stay aware. And it's so fun and satisfying when you actually do see that whale. You can't go looking for it. It just has to show up on its own. But it will. Just try and stay open and just believe, just trust. And it's really fun. Anyway, your angels know that it's hard, know that you have been trapped in some sort of mental pattern or loop, and they are with you, encouraging you to just try and let go, try and listen to your intuition. Ideas will come to you, you can make your decision, and then move forward, hold your vision with courage and determination, and you will succeed. It will all work out. So I hope this helped you. Thanks a lot for watching Pile 1. Please like and subscribe and comment on if this reading resonated with you, or if you have anything to share that might have to do with it. Not only does it help the channel, of course, considering it's my first video, that it will also help others, just sharing information, supporting each other. So thank you again so much. I'm so grateful to have you here. Bye-bye. Hi, card choice number 2. You chose the Unique Well-Being card from the Angelic Lightwork Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I thought I would just quickly read the abbreviated message that comes with the card. What is it that you need to be well, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally? That which suits the crowd might not work for you at all. You are guided to explore your options to find what works for your constitution, your body, and your mind at this time, knowing that your needs can change. How do you know when you are emotionally healthy or psychologically balanced? Do certain relationships undermine your physical health or spiritual path? You have enough self-esteem and enough self-love to make step-by-step changes to increase your happiness. Archangel Raphael wants this for you. So basically this card speaks to the fact that we're all unique beings and we all have unique needs, and we don't need to necessarily follow other people's advice or trends in wellness or life experiences or goals, let's say. That we really, being unique, we can really forge our own path. And it's helpful to ask yourself questions about what you really want, what lights you up, what makes you you, what makes you special, and what brings you happiness. And instead of just looking to others to help define that for you. So that's an interesting message. Let's see here. I have some other oracle cards that I'd like to shuffle and read. This is from the Divine Feather Oracle. Angels and birds often work together in the sense that birds are messengers and they are winged messengers, as are angels. And angels often speak to us through birds when we see them or when we see feathers and whatnot. So I thought that that was a good oracle deck to use. Then we'll get a card from the Moonology deck. This one. Then this is the, I can't remember which deck this is. I'll put the names of the decks below in the description box so you can find everything. Then these are some guardian angel cards from the Ask Your Guides Oracle. There are different types of guides in that oracle, and so I just took the pile of the guardian angels, and so I'm going to choose one of those. And the last one is Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. Kyle Gray has some wonderful oracles. And he's an angel communicator, so that's his specialty. So the first card that came out, this was the feather, the raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Okay. Moonology, meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Your soul will find those you're meant to experience life with. Interesting. Support. And vulnerability and freedom. I'm seeing some messages that are supporting each other already. Vulnerability and freedom. Basically, the freedom to understand who you are and understand what it is you truly desire. Only then, only once you discover your own path and move forward on your own path, will you find those that you're meant to experience life with. It's the most beneficial thing is to find yourself first. So to be vulnerable, to look at yourself and to think what it is you truly desire. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Your angels want to support you, and they'll send you signs so that you know that they're supporting you in the background. They can't help until you ask for help. So you truly have to ask for help in whatever shape or form makes you feel most comfortable, whether it's in meditation or through prayer. Just making sure that the universe and your angels, your guides, understand what it is you feel you need help with, and being vulnerable and asking for that help. Meditate and contemplate. That's exactly the way, would be a wonderful way to do that. Just to try and clear your mind as best as possible. Go inside your heart. Take some deep calming breaths. Release stress. Release anxiety. And anything you want to release, any dark feelings, anything you want to release. Relax and get into a meditative state. There's not only one way to meditate. You can meditate in a variety of ways. Meditating for you could even mean just walking the dog in nature. You just get to a point where your brain is a lot less full of thoughts because you're more relaxed, you're in nature, it supports you. It could be through doing some sort of practical work, or doing some sort of knitting or sewing, or just kind of letting go of your thoughts and your determination into everyday stuff, just kind of letting go and clearing your mind. Okay, so I wanted to get out some tarot cards. I'd like to get 4 cards out, please, to help card choice number 2 understand their message better, their situation that they're currently in, and any encouragement or guidance from their angel guides. Thank you. 2 more, please. Like this one. Okay, let's have a look. The first card is the Fool. Wonderful. The 2 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords. And the Chariot. Okay. Okay, well, these cards are speaking to embarking on a new journey, for sure. The first card out was the Fool, which is pretty cool because it's the first card of the Major Arcana, and it just talks about sort of taking a leap of faith and embarking on a new path. The 2 of Pentacles speaks to, well, first of all, it's the Pentacles suit, which is the Earth suit. So it deals with the material, earthly realm. It might have to do with health or wealth, prosperity, abundance. The 2 being in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. In the original tarot, you see a man who's juggling 2 pentacles. And it speaks to basically feeling like you need to keep in balance your life, and you may have opposing forces in your life. But to try and find harmony so that you can continue to manifest your desire. And then the 4 of Swords speaks to, the Swords is the air suit, and this is all mental realm. And basically the 4 of Swords speaks to the need for rest, recharging, paying attention to yourself when you feel tired, like you just need a break, to definitely take that break, to take the opportunity to rest or meditate, look within, relax, and receive some sort of guidance to move forward. And the Chariot is all about, basically, you have the power to do anything in life. You have the willpower to get it done. You have choices. There are different ways to do things, but you have the complete capacity to decide and move forward. So, and you have a lot of strength. So you have the willpower to make any decision you want and to move forward and to pay attention to what it is you actually want. So back again to the unique well-being. What is your feeling of what is it that brings you satisfaction? What is it that you want to achieve? Not so much looking at other people, but just really what feels good to you, and then you have the willpower to do it. So that's a really good sign. These are two major arcana cards, and the major arcana just speaks to archetypal energy that's basically life situation, not the everyday. And so having the courage to start a new adventure and knowing that you have the strength to accomplish whatever it is you desire, it's extremely important. So that's some really strong energy to help you on your path. Let me get 2 more cards. Let's see what we got here. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So I'll start with the Nine of Swords. We're back to the swords energy, the mental energy. It looks like you're feeling very stressed at the moment. There's something in your life, there's a situation in your life that is, making you feel under pressure. Possibly, you're having trouble sleeping. You're finding yourself awake at night with all the racing thoughts in your head, and things feel very difficult right now. For this very reason, the Four of Swords, the reminder to rest and recharge and recalibrate your energy, is really, really important. It is true that sometimes our stresses are brought on by ourselves, by our mental patterns. And again, taking the time to look at what it is that you truly desire can help you to understand at times that you're worrying for no reason. Because maybe you're worrying, maybe you're in a situation in life right now where you're not sure which direction to take, what experience to start. Let's say you don't know where to move, okay? And it could be that you're worrying and you have all this stress inside because you're thinking, my parents or my family or friends are expecting me to move in this one direction. That they think, it makes more sense to move to this particular place or not move at all, let's say, because they want to still be around me and that's what they expect of me. But what is it that I truly want? What makes me different? Maybe travel to me or living in new places and starting over to me is the ultimate, is satisfaction and an adventure. And if that's the case, just taking the time to think about it and to see it so that you can make a decision. And then, you just trust that whatever you do decide will be the right thing. Have the vulnerability to realize that, sometimes everything isn't mapped out for us. So say you do want to move to a new place. Trust that you're going to get some sort of signs eventually about where to go or how to do it. And your soul will find those that you're meant to experience life with. Maybe this place is going to bring you closer to these people. And this all stemmed with your decision, you being true to yourself. It doesn't have to be about physically moving anywhere. It could be any sort of decision. Let's say you're thinking to yourself, my family's expecting me to work this particular type of job because everyone in the family or many people in the family have done it before. We're all very good at it. I have the skills. I know it can succeed, but I truly don't want to do that. I have other interests in my heart. And, only until you stop, meditate, and contemplate, rest, recharge, can you sometimes see these things and then make a decision to move forward. The Knight of Pentacles the Knights are basically the figure of the court cards. Well, okay, the Pentacles again is the earth suit. So we're talking about material. We're talking about earthly realm, health and wealth and whatnot. People's places and things. And the Knight basically makes a decision, is super decisive, and they're very ambitious, and they move forward with a plan. They're, especially the Knight of Pentacles, is really, really steady, and maybe what I meant to say was steadfast. And they move forward. It might be slowly, but they make a decision, they move forward, and they work towards their end result. Again, with the Chariot card, you are able to do whatever it is that you want to do. You just have to make a decision. That's all there is to say. And if you feel torn between various things in your daily life, just trying to stay as much in harmony as possible so you don't rock the boat too much and you can move forward. Let me get one more card. Just see if we have one last message from your angel guide. The King of Wands. Okay. Pile number 1 got the King of Wands too. And this is an incredibly ambitious figure. Again, the kings can be an aspect of you, or it can be somebody you know, or it can just be an energy. And basically the King of Wands it's the culmination of the Wands experience, which is action, passion. And so the king is a leader. He's wise and he's balanced and passionate and successful. And so this is a very good card to draw because it's basically reiterating that you are capable of doing anything and that energy is in your future. Self-confidence is key, and you really can't be self-confident until you understand who you are, or at least a little bit more of who you are, by allowing yourself to look at what truly lights you up in this world. And, in this busy, chaotic world, with all the things going on in the news, all these changes, all these problems, whether they be natural disasters or political issues, it's all extremely stressful. And sometimes in order to let your worries and stress go and see a new perspective, you just have to rest. Just pay attention to your body. And if you need to rest, you rest. Because through this rest and meditation, you will be able to have messages arrive to you, and you will understand which direction to take. And you will be able to be that fool who will have the confidence to just step off the cliff and into the unknown, trusting the universe and knowing that the path will be lit along the way, and knowing that you have the power within you to actually accomplish anything that you truly desire, to follow through with your practical plans and continue forward in harmony as much as possible. And you will reach the success. You will be successful. You will be happy. You will feel inspired and self-confident, and you'll be on the top of the mountain. It'll all work out. So I think that the most important advice or encouragement from your angels is try and be honest with yourself about what you truly want. And you can be different. Different is wonderful. We're all different anyway. It's impossible that you have a collective of humanity, 8 billion people who all want to do the same thing and all want to succeed in the same way. No. Instead, we're on this earth with our own path, our own strengths, our own desires, and we really have to be true to ourselves. And only by being true to yourself can you be that self-confident King of Wands who's an inspiration for everybody. So I hope that helped you guys. And please like and comment, share in the comments section if this resonated with you, or your particular situation at the moment, and how this encouragement could help you move forward. Because, your comments not only help the other people in the comments section or anybody who reads them, it obviously helps me in the channel. This is my first video posted on this channel, so I could use a little boost as well. And I really hope to see you next time. Thank you again. I'm very grateful that you are here and listened, and good luck to you on your path, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hi, card choice number 3. You have chosen the Healing Through Challenge card. Perhaps you were just drawn to the image. I thought I would read from the book. This is the Angelic Lightwork Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I just want to quickly read the brief entry on this card. Okay, healing through challenge. Whether a physical illness, a financial issue, or a repeated relationship pattern that causes you pain, it is possible to focus on healing that challenge through a spiritual perspective. Forgive yourself for having something to work through. Every human is here to grow and learn. In our most difficult challenges, there is a secret grace, a hidden gift that we can claim for ourselves as we heal. The challenge is not a punishment, but a pathway that you are capable of journeying to find a precious gift meant for you. I'm sorry if you are going through some sort of challenge, whether it be a physical illness or with a relationship, or also some sort of financial challenge. And I can speak from experience that unfortunately that's often the way my soul has chosen to evolve, to grow as well, through challenge. But there's always light in the dark, hence the light of the lantern. I'm a firm believer. And anyway, so we need to remind ourselves when we go through these challenges that it isn't our fault, that we're not weaker, or we're not attracting problems or anything like that. Instead, these challenges are just a way to grow, as long as we look at it from a spiritual perspective and try to examine how we can grow, how we can get through these situations. So really deep and personal card message. So let's see what else we can find out by looking at some oracle cards first. The first card will be from the Divine Feather Oracle. Angels and birds are often related in the sense that they're both winged messengers. By the way, let's leave it like this for now. You can always, if you find a feather outside, or if you see a particular bird fly down in front of your car or in front of you, or you can always look up these messages online too. You can, if you know what kind of bird it is, you can literally type in the name of the bird and write spirit message and see what it has to tell you. With feathers, angels love to communicate with us through feathers. And it's just such a wonderful way to be reminded that they're always here to support us, our angels. So it's beautiful. You just have to try and be aware of these things. As you get more used to it, that's practice, and then you start to see messages all the time, and it's really, really fun. Okay. Let's get a Moonology card. Here's one. Okay. Good. From the Ask Your Guides Oracle, there's a section with the guardian angels with a few cards, so I just decided to draw one of these. Okay. And lastly, we have your Angel Guide Oracle by Carl Gray. He's got some great decks out there. He's an angel communicator, so he's an expert. Here we are. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Our first card will be the Divine Messenger, Divine feathered messenger. Dove, feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. The dove is such a beautiful bird. This is one of the birds that I constantly see. They're basically the epitome of harmony. Their message is one of love and peace and tranquility, and even their call is so beautiful and soothing, and I'm a real fan of doves. Okay, go within. That's a very straightforward message. Adventure. Okay. Healing energy. Thank you. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So this is a message of encouragement, clearly. Here we could basically take the time to go within, meaning to meditate or to just relax or go out into nature, do things that make us feel more relaxed. Know that healing energy is around us. You know, it's often just about intention. Intending to feel calmer and healed and taken care of and supported by your angels. To feel and allow a deeper sense of peace. And this is healing. It's absolutely... One of the practices that I do is I start with the light in my heart and I concentrate on it. And so it gets really strong. And then I just kind of move it throughout my body. And then I envelop myself with this light. And you can play with different colors too, different colors that mean different things to you. You don't have to follow the colors of the chakra system, for instance. Green would be the heart chakra. Speaking of healing energy, I see green here. That would be the heart chakra. But any color that you resonate with, you can give it your own meaning. It's all about intention, your own personal intention. And we have so much power to actually help self-heal and relax. And we just simply don't know that. We always feel like the outside world makes such an impression on us. It has control over us. And this simply isn't true. You can always find a way to allow peace and tranquility into your body to help heal you and soothe you. There's also this card of adventure. So don't forget the adventure, though. Don't forget to try new things and shake it up a little bit. And yeah. Okay, I'd like to go into the tarot and see what messages it has for us. I've already shuffled, but never a bad thing to do it more than once. Okay, I'd like 4 cards, please. Try and give us some information about pile number 3's situation. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, the first card is the Emperor. Then we have the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, that's your challenge, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so we're definitely experiencing a challenge at the moment, pile 3. The good thing about the 10 of Swords, the challenge, by the way, is in the mental realm, most likely. Not necessarily having to do with a physical problem, but more of a mental issue, mental stress. The good thing about the 10 of Swords is that it indicates that you're literally at the end of this cycle. And this is the worst it can get. I mean, you have the poor man there with all the swords in him. And basically, that's it. You know, the worst is over. It can't get any worse. So it's super encouraging. Then we have the Emperor, which is a major arcana card, which is the masculine energy and the strength to build something. And this is the strength to lead, to make a decision, and to build it. And so that's interesting. Then we have the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. The 2 of Wands indicates that you might be now at a place where you're trying to decide what it is you want to do, or you will be soon. And, there's a decision to be made, but you're in the planning stage. And the Eight of Wands indicates that there's momentum at the moment, or there will be once you've made this plan to move forward. There will be momentum, and to trust that and to ride this wave of energy and passion in order to, succeed at what it is that you're envisioning. The Adventure card, it could be a wild adventure. The Adventure card gives us an indication that it could quite possibly be something really exciting. Let's get a couple more cards. I'd like to understand a little bit more about what pile number 3 is going through at the moment. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have 2 more Major Arcana cards. The Major Arcana are the first 22 cards in the tarot deck, and 22 because it's 0 through 21. And basically, they're the larger themes of your life. So it's not a day-to-day thing. It's more like a theme throughout your life. But clearly, it's a theme that you're dealing with at the moment. And since we drew the Wheel of Fortune, for instance, it could indicate that your situation is about to turn around, which this challenge, this time of incredible stress and pain is about to turn around, because life is cyclical. Everything changes, it moves in a circular fashion. And so there is birth, growth, death, birth, growth, death, birth, growth, death. And so your situation is about to change as you're moving forward on the cycle. And the Justice card indicates that it could be a balancing of the scales in a certain sense, meaning it could be that this situation that you went through that brought you a huge amount of stress, it could have been even brought on seemingly by somebody else who was mistreating you or taking advantage of you in some way, making your life really difficult. And it could be that, this Justice card would indicate that you've been strong, you've been trying to handle the situation, and that when your luck changes and as the wheel moves, justice will come in and basically take care of it for you. It indicates that your problem is probably one that is possibly karmic, because often with the Justice card, we are dealing with karmic issues. Karmic being experiences you've had in past lives, or experiences that are looping, that are an energy found in your ancestral lineage here on earth with your family. And basically, these challenges will keep happening until one day you're able to actually see, wait a minute, the same thing keeps happening. Why is that? And you take time to think. You go within and you take time to think to yourself, what is it I can learn from this situation? And basically, even if it's something that, if it's a way that you're responding to life around you that you do constantly, that you've always done, and it could be also because your parents did the same thing, or because of something that happened in another life or is happening in another life. And basically everything is happening at once. So just to complicate matters a little bit more. And basically they're just loops. And so once you're able to actually see, okay, I keep getting taken advantage, for instance, by this certain type of person. This certain type of person seems to come into my life, and I give them my power because I'm trying to make everybody happy. This is, a very common theme among starseeds. We're usually very empathic, and we want to make sure that everybody's happy. There's always peace and harmony. We want to do the right thing. But often we're preyed upon by people who want to take advantage of us. They see our purity and they want to use it to their advantage, whether it's to make themselves feel better, to boost their ego, or, to feel supported, or whatever it is. And until we see that we keep finding ourselves in the same situation with the same type of people and the same challenges and pain, until we see that and then look within to try and discover within ourselves what it is that gives them the power to do this, or what it is that brings these people into our life to mirror this issue back to us, then we can truly break it. Because once you see and once you understand, oh, it's because even if I don't want to necessarily do something for someone else at their every whim, I'm doing it anyway because I'm trying to keep the peace. But that's not right. I need to do what makes me feel good. And so until we see what the issue is within, we cannot release it. We can work through everything. All it takes is self-awareness. So life will continue to show us these same type of challenges until we get it. And then one day we can release it. The thoughts, the emotions, release it all. And just allow peace into your life. And things will change. They'll always turn around. And justice is often served. It is always served if we have learned our lesson. It is always served. One more card, please. Ace of Cups. What a beautiful way to end the reading. The Ace is bringing us basically a new sense of peace, love. We even have the doves here. Peace and love and happiness. It could also be in the form of a new relationship, a new friendship. It could be a new trust in ourselves. Whatever it is, it's going to be something fresh and new that is extremely positive and love-based. And your situation that you've found yourself in, which is incredibly painful and challenging, with your looking in and discovering what it is about yourself and about your ways of doing things that make this situation keep repeating itself in life, and then deciding and intending to let it go, knowing that you're the emperor, you can have the emperor energy, you're able to build anything, you just need to be decisive and clear, making a plan, and then riding that momentum, that energy of positive expression, and knowing that times are, the energy is changing. You're going to be on the more positive side of the cycle, and justice will be served, and that you'll have this newfound energy of love and peace and tranquility in your life, or a new relationship with yourself. It's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay in the end. Your angels are mentioning adventure, so it is important that you try to allow adventure into your life and not be too constricted or self-controlling. Just to let go a little bit and try and enjoy the process. And you have all the tools you need to move forward, to get through this period, and you're going to have a positive outcome. Conclusions are within reach. That's it. You're going to have a positive outcome, and hopefully you will have, at the very least, become one step closer to releasing this need for this type of challenge in your life. And it'll be easier to get to your success next time around with whatever it is that you're facing in your life. So you can do it. You can trust yourself. You have your guides that you can reach out to. You can ask for signs, and make sure you're paying attention so you can see the signs when they arrive. And I wish you the best of luck, and know that it's all getting better. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment on your in the comment section if it resonated, or on your situation if you feel called to do that. Comments are obviously going to help the people reading them, but they're also going to help me in my channel. This is my first video that I've posted here. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful that you've been here. I hope to see you again, and best of luck. Bye, Pile 3.